Welcome back, welcome back. So, this is going to be a very controversial one. Maybe not really controversial, but who am I to say I'm right? You know? But I do have an opinion. I do have a say. I do have a brain. Today, I want to talk about the true value of like reality and shit, right? Like, cause I live in a world where everyone talks value and you know um that comes with separations of things, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not talking high value men and low value men. Now we're talking good and evil. Lazy motherfuckers versus workers. um I don't even know. You know, you'll understand it as I go further. Because um, how can I explain this? Let's say like thugs, you know, because that's basically where I'm at. Criminals, and I don't want to just say thugs, because there's level of thugs. There are thugs that understand the reality of life, and there's thugs that are just fucking dumb. And they, in their mind, like a thug that is a thug but follows the rules, understands I need my fiends. My fiends are literally like the boss, you know, because they pay me their money. Without their money, without the boss paying me, you get it, the buyer, the person that's important, um if they don't give me their money, then I'm not rich. Although they're my boss, although they're my wealth, I'm the one that lives better because of their sacrifice to not want to be wealthy and give me their money for the drugs. You get it? See, they respect that. So they don't make fun. They don't beat up. They don't terrorize. They don't harass. They don't think they're better in a level of thinking, fuck them fiend ass niggas. I hope they all die. I don't give a shit about none of them. They know in their mind, if they die and they all go bye bye, they don't have a job anymore. Get it? So they like to have a balance. You know, like, don't over get everyone hooked. Um, Try to not scheme and make them do more and more and more so you get more and more money, because the harder the drug, the worse it's gonna affect them. So they're gonna die. And then the cops start looking around now like there's a bunch of dead people dropping around off this drug, and we need to figure out who the fuck is doing it. You get it? See, the rules have a reason. The rules protect the thug from not being a thug anymore. Idiot ass thugs is who I'm talking about. Idiot ass criminals. The ones that don't understand the reason of a balance. They just take, and take because they're not real thugs. They're just criminals. See, that's the difference between a gang, a organization, and a society. All of those things are groups of men. You get it? But all those groups are not as smart as each other, because all those groups follow different rules and laws. The ones that are higher up follow the most laws, most rules. That's why they're where they're at. Rules come respect. Not that you actually respect and love the opposite of you. You just know without them, there's no you. You get it? It's sort of like a master and a slave. You cannot really like your slave, but if you abuse them and don't feed them, they can't work. So if they can't work, you don't get shit. What's the point of having slaves if you're not gonna let them work and make you rich? You get it? It's a symbiotic relationship. There has to be a balance. or shit doesn't get done. Now, let's get on with this. We live in a world now where the children are so fucking dumb and the adult criminals are so dumb that they don't even have the concept of these things. Uh they'll like what I mean by it, because it's all lack of knowledge. You know what I mean? You learn law and rules because of like knowledge. You get it? The criminals that are either young and doing it is they're dumb. They never had a thug to teach them how to really get in the game. So that's the young niggas that are have criminal leaders that never got accepted really in the game. They're the weak niggas. You know what I mean? The niggas that work for thugs. They're the ones that are not really the one, but they can call in the thugs because they're the thugs little niggas. You know, get it? They're not really officially there's levels to this shit. Now on the lower levels, these idiots are so dumb. They will throw away their whole life because a nigga looked at you. They'll want to fight you and whatever, maybe catch your body. They'll try to kill you, right? And then when they get caught for that crime and they're sitting in jail, they'll be crying. When they get life, they'll be crying about, oh my god, I shouldn't have did that. They'll finally think within the first couple of weeks, maybe the first hour of actually being locked up, they'll immediately start thinking, yo, I killed this person over a stupid fucking beef that doesn't even, it doesn't make nothing. Why'd I do that? That's when they'll really realize the fact of that person's life had value. And I took this person's life because they're not a gangster, or I think I'm more tough, or they are a gangster. Whatever the case may be, right? Because, you know, the real gangsters and thugs and shit, they don't try to finish each other off all the time unless it's really truly necessary because, you know, you can lose and is it worth it? See, winning a war and not having nothing in the end of the war is a lost war. That means you lost. If you win and have nothing to gain from the win, what the fuck did you win? You get it? It's like arguing with a regular guy. You jump him, you kill him, then you go to jail for life, and then you're crying about why the fuck does my oh my god I should get a second chance. Nah, you should rot in jail for the rest of your life. You should never get out of jail. You took somebody's life because of you looked at them, they stepped on your shoes, you didn't like them. Did that person ever do anything to you? Does that person try to stop your criminal activities? You get it? Most of the people, especially in the black and brown Latino communities, we watch our elders and the youth kill each other because of a club, a night out at the club. This nigga stepped on me, he spilled, he looked over here. He got that girl and now I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? Think about all the countless stories you ever heard in your life. Nobody hears the stories of these niggas getting done dirty in jail though. That's why multiple criminals keep doing this because they don't get to see that real shit. They think when they go to jail, they think when they do the regular crime, like they got taught like by their fake ass leaders, yeah, man, I got 80 bodies and I got away with all of them. You gotta realize some of these dumb fucks are lied to. So in their mind, it's the movies. You know what I mean? Like you gotta realize a lot of people think they're living a movie. They think they're gonna just get away with shit. So in their mind, other people don't have a value in their mind. Their value is I'm fucking greater than everybody, even though I'm a dusty ass nigga that can't even pay his own rent. Oh yeah, I don't have nowhere to live because I've been, no one told me that I could sell drugs my whole life, and because I don't get IDs and legally prove where I can get my money by having a job, I can't live nowhere really good now. I can't buy really good shit. I gotta go through a woman, and if I put it in her name and she decides to leave me because of my dumbass thug ways, or I cheat on her, well, she could take all my shit. She can kick me out of the apartment that I paid for, and she just lives there. Her name's on the lease. So when the bullshit happens, um, I gotta go. She could just be like, get the fuck out, and I can say I pay for everything around here, but you forgot that she works and she could pay those bills, and she's been saving a lot of money you've been like blowing, and she's been saving it, right? So you're gonna get replaced out of your own home that you have been paying for, and that nice ass car, it's in her name, so she gets all of that because you're a fucking idiot. You thought in your brain, I can have millions of dollars, and it's gonna be like the movie Scarface. I'm gonna be in a big house, and or you believe the movies. You didn't realize that no, this is not the 70s and the 30s, and no, you live in a year of you need an ID, nigga. You need to approve where you get your money from when you buy higher class things. See, when you want to buy a Honda and a new shit, you could pay off the dealership, Money talk. You know what I'm saying? Mercedes, or you can get a knockoff. I mean, not a knockoff, an older version or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when you really make it to like that real capo status, or at least in your mind, when you want to buy a house and shit, you gotta fork over more money. You gotta do more things, and they don't tell you again the fact that that shit could be always taken away from you, because you still always through your whole life got to prove how you got what you got. And since you don't have any work record of anything, it's very easy for Uncle Sam to total up your fake ass work hours and your girlfriend's fake ass work hours and be like, there's no way they can afford all these things they have. See, that's how the cops usually know how who's been doing what for a long time. See, that's why there's rules to being a thug and a gangster and in a society. The higher up you go, the less they look like they have money, because the real smart ones know I can't overspend. If I look like I have more than I make, then people ask questions like, how the fuck is he paying for shit? It doesn't make sense. See, stupid ass, crazy, dumb fucks that don't know these things, which is very simple to know, but you're poor. When you get money, you want to shine. See, this is why we got rappers that buy the big ass chains and all of this, and then 5 years after their career, they're broke. See, when a broke person sees that, they emulate it. You get it? So whatever that rap is doing, they think that's what makes the bitches and themselves wealthy, high value. But when you're broke and the rapper can say, I'm a fucking rapper. That's why I have these chains and shit. When the government goes to run down on his dumb ass because he says, I'm a drug dealer in all his raps, and he may actually be doing this shit, but when the IRS comes and all these other things, because they can't catch them on the street, obviously, stupid fucking dumb fucks, they can't pin this shit on them. So that's when they go to, we see you with all this shit and you can't afford that, nigga. We ain't beat. See, they're smart enough to be like invested into certain things, and their rap career, makes them look like they make a lot of money. So it makes sense when they have those things. Now, you not being a rapper, but you look like a fucking rapper, and no one could look up your day job and see that you actually make a lot of money, you're done. You get it? Which brings me back to why these people I believe, have the ego in their brain like I'm so much. It's amazing how money or a group of people, you know, can elevate someone's brain and ego to where they're like, I judge other men with life and death. I'll decide if you live or die. And then these same people, when they get judged by 12 and they get put in that maximum security, and your ass don't come out of holding for months and years, and you're fucking stuck there like a wild beast that you really are. When you finally figure out you're a beast, you're not a man, you're not a teenager, you're not a boy, you're a beast. You're a fucking beast. And they're gonna cage you like a beast. And they're gonna treat you like a beast. And you're gonna be just like a dog. They're gonna retrain you how to be a man. That's why when you go to jail, you don't get to go to the bathroom when you want because you're a beast. You're used to pissing wherever you want and pissing whenever you want. You need to be retrained. This is why you don't get to sleep when you want. They wake your dusty ass up at a certain time, and they let your ass go out to wreck a certain time. They let you work a certain time. Why do you think they have jail like that? Because that's what regular men are supposed to build as a schedule, so your dusty ass would have been a regular person to go to work. See, waking up at that early morning like they make your ass do in jail. Grown men wake up early in the morning and get ready for work, nigga. But what did you do when you were young? And in your youth when you were a beast? You went to sleep whenever you want, you did whatever you want, you had no schedule. So your brain was irregular. And then the alcohol and the videos and all these things irregulated your brain more. So now you're further and further away from your natural cycle of things. And you're becoming a wild beast. Why do you think I'm not using dog, shark, gorilla? Because those things go to sleep when the fucking darkness comes. Those things wake up early in the morning, go hunting. You know, like man gets up and takes his ass to work. Like man has to go to sleep at nighttime. See, things that are not beast actually go with the rhythm of life. They submit to the rhythm of life and know if I don't treat things with value that have value, then I won't gain value. Get it? We live in a world where people are beasts. They have beast mentalities. Not animals. Animals live in they live by the ways of the Lord. These people, like, you can't judge a lion for having to eat. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first thing people do with it. Oh, he's an animal. Animals have to kill to survive. They don't just walk around killing and killing and killing and destroying. So you can't compare a fucking killer man to an animal that has to do this to live. You get it? It's a difference. Because the killer man's not killing to eat. They may be killing to take the money to eat, but they can have brains and realize like I can kill an animal and get the same effect. Eat. But they don't want to eat. They want to eat good. They want to eat like the nigga that got money. They want to be what they can't be. So they cheat like beast. You get it? It's all the true nature of reality. Motherfuckers want to be more than what they are, but the lack of knowledge keeps you as a beast. The ego of I don't have to learn nothing. I can just brute force through everything. And then you grow up and you realize, nah, America has all these rules. You get it? Like I said with the drug dealing thing. There's so many people that are not, either poor or middle class or higher class, because drug dealers are in all classes. And there's so many people that do it for the stupidest fucking reasons. And when they get caught, they finally realize, like, yo, I should have been regular. I wish I had an average life. You know? Most of us learn those things when we see, other men give documentaries and testimonies that have life. They're like, they caught life about like 23, maybe 17, 18. They was wailing when I'm a gangster. And they caught them bodies and their ass went to jail, right? And they got life. And then around like 30, 40, it starts setting in. They ain't never getting out. Never gonna see pussy again. You ain't never gonna touch another woman again. You ain't never gonna see the sunset lamping in your car with your bum ass. As dusty as your ass was as a person on the street, that bum got it better than you now. That nigga used to laugh at you, bum ass dirty at that nigga go take a piss in the morning anywhere he want. He can go dig out a McDonald's garbage can and eat McDonald's. You can't. You gonna eat what they give you. And then, if you really ain't that tough ass nigga like you think, you know, and there's other men really tougher than you, they got life too. And they need butt cheeks. See, that's when a lot of niggas start waking up. That's when a lot of niggas start realizing, shit, man. How long before I turn? Because I got respect. I'll poke one of these niggas, all that tough guy shit, right? Niggas ain't taking my ass. Yeah, that's what's up. You real like that. Niggas ain't gonna take your ass. How long before you start taking ass, though? Hmm? Tough guy? Hmm? How long before you stinky linking with them little, them down low niggas, huh? How long? How many years before you on that training line, nigga? Tough ass nigga. I ain't a hoe ass nigga. All that. I'm straight and I'm a gorilla killer. How long? How long you gonna survive up in there beating your shit? Yeah, everybody don't think like that. See, that's what keeps regular ass niggas like me out of jail. Like, how much do I really love women? Do I love women enough not to fucking take chances to go to jail for the rest of my... Yeah, I think I love women more than that. I think I love not being able to have a woman and being able to beat my dick in my room by my motherfucking self instead of a nigga above me in a bunk bed, nigga. Niggas don't realize that shit until they ass is stuck in that situation for the rest of their life. That's when niggas start really realizing, damn, man, an average job wouldn't have been so bad. Me not having an average job and being the little drug dealing piece of shit that I was, if I would have only just kept myself quiet, minded my fucking business, and just made my money, that one fight, that one day at the bar, that one girl that I won, she's mine. She's mine. And now your ass gone and she's buffing 10 different niggas off. You know how many niggas go to jail thinking they're tough over some, that's my baby's mother, I'ma kill. Then you kill, your dumb ass get 30, 40 years, and she's off with another nigga. Now you can't kill him, can you? You get it? She still left your ass. The fuck did you think you was gonna... You was out and free and she was having sex with another man. You thought going to jail and not being able to provide it anyway, now she's gonna what? Now what? But I get it. It's the revenge. It's the... I can't let nobody else have her. If I can't have her, nobody can have her. I get it. I felt like that. I felt like that in my life. And then I woke up to the fact of, exactly what I'm saying. See, that's what happens when you think. When you learn to think before you do shit, you get a better outcome. Because you give yourself a chance to be like, how much do I really love this bitch? How much do I really love this, whatever it is I'm about to prove? Because we only do things to prove shit, you know? Prove a point. How much is your point worth, though, to prove? Is it worth the rest of your fucking life? Is it worth it? A lot of niggas think it is. This ego to be the greatest thug ever. Like the block's gonna remember you. Like as soon as you're gone, the niggas that's around your girl, you know, they gonna be slam dancing. Y'all niggas be the silliest niggas I ever seen in the world. Men and women. Cause women are getting worse with it. I'm seeing chicks out here that are thugged out on the reality of, I'm like, yo, what the, how the fuck can a woman be like this? You're not even, like, you know how they say you're trying to be a man? Nah, there are chicks beyond that. It's like the Eminem thing. Like how M modeled herself after like a serial killer, non caring about anything I'm gonna fucking say, whatever, and make everybody mad, right? That's where women are in that type of category. Like men, there's gangster men, but women, to the lack of knowledge that I have, because you know, I'm sure there's plenty of gangster societies of women. Most niggas don't even know about shit like that, but I've read things and seen things, and you know, they have rules. They move in a certain way. And when I see these women that are portraying to be these women, they're not like that. They're the, all right. Perfect example. Same thing I was saying with the men. We got women out here getting caught with killing dudes for Birkin bags or, some bullshit. And then we'll have a woman that'll just have sex and have a man buy her a Birkin bag. Who's smarter? The woman that says, fuck it, I'll just use this pussy to get it, or the woman that says, I'm gonna kill men to get things. They're in jail now, though, for murder. You see what I mean by thugs, hoes, and just crazy criminals? People have become just crazy criminals, thinking they're fucking something special when you're an idiot. You're a child. You're a fucking immature, idiot ass person that's not even thinking a life is worth this whack ass couple of $1,000, a couple of $100. A life. That's how fucking stupid and desperate people are to feel like they have power. Because in their mind, if I take this life, then that means I have the greatest. I'm like, God, it'll make me so capo like, and other people will fear me, and nobody's ever thinking about those repercussions. You're gonna get niggas to fear you right to your jail. Get it? It's amazing. Like, what else? The multiple stories of younger women beating older women. Like I was on the bus, I seen this shit firsthand. It didn't happen, but I'm on the bus riding home. Two younger heavyset chicks are discussing beating up their boyfriend and how they should jump him because he's not the greatest boyfriend and stuff. So I can understand that. But they were the most manliest. Like you ever see two chicks that speak the way men talk, exactly to the T? Not talking tough, no. The verbiage of like if you if you put too deep of voices on them, you would just think it's two men just talk. You know what I mean? Women talk different. So anyway, a old lady, as we stop to make the stop, they're getting off the bus. An older woman starts to get on the bus, and one of the chicks stepped to the side and let her on the bus. And the other one was like kind of mad, like you could see it. And I'm getting off the bus too, so we all get off the bus, start walking away. As we're walking away, the other lady that didn't let her go through was like, "Yo, I don't know how you even stop like that. If that was me, I would have kicked that old bitch in her chest." I said, "Whoa, what the fuck?" I understand being mad, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Because you're getting off the bus. When you're getting off the bus, you have the right of way. The people getting on the bus are supposed to step to the fucking side and let you get off the bus real quick. I get that. But it's an old woman. She's, you know what I mean? And gray haired, old woman now. Small old woman. She's talking about fucking giving it you the Leonidas. This is Sparta, and fucking kicked this bitch off the bus for no reason. She wasn't rude. She wasn't get out of my way, you fucking youngsters. Nah, she just might have not seen no one getting off the bus and started stepping up and said, "Shit, I'm too old to be going back now. I gotta use this cane. I don't think I could be just going back down and getting back." Nah, I think these young people will understand. And you know, they didn't. They let her go by. But the fury that caused this woman to literally say, "I would have kicked her fucking chest and trying to make me wet." I'm like, yo, women are really, really just petty criminals now. Let's not count the, countless, teenagers and, you know, older women that, recordedly beat women to death or, beat women into wheelchairs or beat women into now they're like crippled, mentally challenged because they beat. She kept slamming her fucking head on the ground because he looked at her. She had sex with her man. I'm gonna retardate you because I can't make my man want to stay with me. Like, is anybody paying attention that we got a crisis of idiots on our hand? It's like literally not a game anymore. This is a warning to the smart people. This ain't a warning to the criminals. They're dumb. They're getting angry as I'm saying this. They don't even understand. I'm trying to tell them, don't go to jail for the rest of your life for one moment. Your one moment of, I gotta prove myself, can destroy the rest of your life, and then you'll be crying. Or getting your butthole played with. Because a lot of these dudes that are willing to throw their life away, I be looking at them like, yo, dog, you're like 5'9", like me, or smaller, skinnier. You know how the short man comp. I got more to prove. I gotta brutalize people even worse. And then when you go to jail and you have to deal with the 6'7" motherfuckers that are 250 raw pounds and they treat you like a woman, then you'll understand why you were never destined to be a thug. Then you'll understand why you should have went to school. Then you'll understand why even if you couldn't go to school because you have a learning disability, you know what I mean, where a lot of people are birthed out of drunken ass parents that are alcoholics and junkies and, they just lying. They're just lying. A lot of people are giving up for adoption. A lot of people are moving to different countries and all this weird shit that's going on. So, I get it. We all don't get a fucking fair chance when we were born. We all don't get an equal chance. We used to, but we live in a world where things are allowed and not told. this is gonna fuck your brain up. And if it doesn't fuck your brain up, it may fuck your children's brain up. So take your chance. Play Russian roulette. See, if people understood these things, alcohol and drugs wouldn't have such a great addiction or the mystery to it. You know, it wouldn't have that allure. Because every time anyone, we all know something will destroy you real bad, it either gets made illegal, and then everybody stops fucking with it, and then some people fuck with it, or everyone just stops doing it because they're like, nah, that's just gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like if we all knew alcohol abuse mixed with, let's say uh coke abuse, because that's was one of the most widespread drugs. Those are two most at their peak. Like they like everyone was a cokehead back when that shit first came out. Like, and everyone knows it. And if you don't believe it, you're a fucking idiot. If you don't think your parents tried it when they, like, if you're from the generation before everyone started going to jail and it was all crazy and it was, dog, they thought this shit was like regular fucking pick me up shit, just like any other drug. So majority of those people in that era were doing the shit. Period. And then you mix that with alcohol, the legal thing everyone does, and it's in everyone's culture from ancient times to now. You got to think how much of these things affect our brain and personalities. And when you mix two of them, like, because one is a depressant, the alcohol brings you down low. Lowering your motor skills, making you not be able to speak correctly. I wonder if that's why we start getting people that can't speak correctly. I wonder if that's what's really going on, and then you add in an upper like Coke or whatever, and then you get the people that are can't speak and function right, their motor skills are slow, but they have a hyper fucking activity. You get it? I wonder if that's what's going on with a lot of. I wonder if you don't get all of those symptoms where you can see it and be like, oh, that's real bad. I wonder if you can be looking functional, speak functional, but have psychotic thoughts in your fucking head. Like not have empathy. I wonder if drugs can take away empathy. And then you're a psychopath, you know? Then you're a killer. Automatic. All it takes for somebody to get you mad. I wonder if and then you add in that person being brought up with a gangster or don't give a shit about life mentality. You see where I'm going with this? I don't put blame on these people. They didn't actually get born, you know? And then you can't blame the parents because, they don't do their research or give a shit that, or to, like, just look around and pay attention and be like, all right, maybe I shouldn't do those things. Like with drinking and drugs, we all have centuries of information now. Each other. We can look at each other, you know? Can look at each other's backgrounds now and family pictures and, see the mutations. Maybe you start explaining why the later generations are a lot crazier, a lot more violent. And then you can blame grandma for your violence. You can blame great great grandpa for going to fucking World War II and doing that opium, becoming the first dope heads. Oh boy, oh boy. I love how nobody wants to take accountability for anything. That's something nobody can do, you know? Because each generation doesn't actually get born, and we're only born off of what is there. So we get to point back and be like, hey, man, you gave me this body, you gave me this brain, you gave me this way of thinking, and, you know, don't blame me. Train me how to not be. You get it? Oh, that would put responsibility on parents and society itself. People would actually have to care then, because then you would realize if I don't care, well then we're not gonna just have people that are gangsters and thugs. We're gonna have the just criminal dumb fucks, and that's not good for anybody because one thing sets them off, and you know they rat on the thug leader. You get it? Or they clap your ass and they try. You get it? They hurt society, the regular people. They treat them like they're nothing until they keep calling the cops on your ass. Or, take matters into their own hands. Maybe you, as the gangster criminal, maybe you don't actually get to put the person down. Maybe the person puts you down. And then you go on the floor because of an argument. You know? And then you don't get to think, damn, my life's over. No, you're just gone. You're upstairs with my father now, and you're looking down, and maybe he does give people time to think. Who knows? But what if you're up there thinking like, "Damn, bro, I literally got in an argument with a nigga I never knew. I really don't give a fuck about them, and my life is gone because of They look at me, they stepped on my shoe. I don't like them for whatever reason, and now I'm not breathing. I'm not. I don't have that. I wish I had life. I wish I had life. You get it? Everybody doesn't think like this. Some people are so blind to the facts of the moment they're actually in and the consequences they're gonna face that they're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm God in this moment. They people really black out. Reality don't exist no more. Rules, regulations, punishments. They're like, nah. This is what we mean by when people say emotional intelligence. At least that's what I believe. Because when I hear people talk about emotional intelligence and all these different things, like, that's what I see the lack of in a lot of people, a lot of children, a lot of adults that make these impulsive ideas, not ideas, but make these impulsive actions, and they just do things. And instead of judging these people all the time and just saying, "Yo, you're just dumb. You're just," no. A lot of these people's brains are completely fucked up. They're moral. They never had a moral compass. All they have is ego. They don't know anything else. Since they was a kid, that's all they learned to. They had to put their mask on when they was a kid. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, the mask that people, adults talk about, oh, everybody's wearing a mask. Some people have to put that shit on and turn a nice person off just to survive. They don't have to. They could be good little boys and girls and not, go without, learn to work. But, when you're young and someone's throwing you food and lies and convincing you, just come this way, you'll be alright. you know? And then the regular working people don't do nothing for that kid, those teenagers. It's very easily for them to go to the dark side. And then now they're dumbass criminals. They're not thugs and gangsters, they're just used. They're throwaways. Get it? They're there to do the dumb shit. That's what they're there for. And they know it. They believe in their head, though, when I do a bunch of dumb shit, because that's the rules of being a gangster and a thug and get into the societies, I gotta play crazy. I gotta be a stupid ass first. Prove my worth. And then I'm in. See, once you realize that because you were born, around this shit, and you talk to them because they're family members and friends, and you ask questions, and you're like, oh, they want you to be down, but you actually have like thinking in your brain, and you're like, wait up, I gotta commit crimes for you to prove that I'm gonna be down with you, and if I get caught though, no one's gonna bail me out, no one's chipping in, I just gotta do the time. Yeah, you gotta prove you're hard. What, nigga? What the fuck are you talking about? If I'm gonna sell drugs for you, that means I'm making you rich. And if I'm putting in all the beef work and I go to jail and you ain't bailing me out or sending me commissary, then what the fuck? I might as well go get a day job, nigga. When I work for them, they give me a paycheck consistently. Protection. When I go get a job, I can call the cops. They got big ass guns. And when they hear whoop whoop, all of us start running. Soon as them niggas roll up on us, we all put our guns away and pretend we're regular people again. So why shouldn't I go get a regular ass job and call them niggas? You know what I mean? Like, what you talking about? And then I ain't gotta go to jail when I go to work. You know? When I work for you, I gotta not only make you money, but I also gotta be a soldier. Over there, I just gotta go to work, or I could be a cop or a soldier. I don't have to do both. So if I'm just a knucklehead that know how to fight and I don't want to be all smart, all right, I'll be a cop or a soldier. You know what I mean? I get to do the grunt work. I'll be a security guard. I don't have to learn things because I'm really good at physical. I'm gonna let the smart motherfuckers go do the smart shit, the hard labor and the building and the science and the nah. I'm a regular. I ain't. There's plenty of regular jobs where I could get paid. Oh wait up, regular men can go be boxers and UFC fighters. So wait up, I don't have to be smart, and I could be a gangster, crazy guy that can sign contracts where I could kill your ass in the ring, and nobody can ever do anything, and they'll give me millions of dollars for it. Wait up. I don't know. Being a thug sounds really risky. And being on the other side sounds risky. Cause ain't no job guaranteed. You know? You got work. If you do go into fighting, soldier, cop, your ass could die. You know, just like the gangsters and shit. So death's on both sides. Um oh yeah. When you're a soldier or a cop and you actually put the work in and you die on duty, you get retired, like your family get like money for that. When you die as a gangster, they ain't no retirement plan. If you didn't save your money, your family ain't got shit. And if you made a whole lot of beef and now you're gone, do you think the other bad people that don't like you is not coming for your family? We want you off the fucking grid, nigga. We want your whole bloodline gone. See, that's what happens when you're on that side. You can be erased. And when you're on the other side, though, you can retire and get retirement packages and shit. You know, your family get left something when you for your services. Same thing on the other side, though, but you have to work and earn that shit. You know what I'm saying? You have to actually, you know, be smart. You have to learn if you want to retire over there. You know, you gotta learn how to do things, or you gotta learn how to go without and live in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men, I've met a lot of men that been on the other side, not the good side, and they're regular men now. They make their money, but they go to work. And you would never know that they make extra money ever. Because they never dress like it. They live like they make money at their job. And they just do their thing. They mind their business. And no one's ever gonna know. No one's ever gonna know they're doing it. You know why? Because they follow the rules. They only make a certain amount of money. They never get greedy. And they understand I'm doing this so when I do retire and my job retires me, now no one's going to be looking at what I'm spending anymore. I'm just some old guy. So they're going to have all that retirement money and that illegal money they've been playing smart with. And they're going to go live great. And nobody's going to give a fuck. You get it? There's plenty of men like that. But when you're just a criminal, you don't know about that life. You really believe you're going to make it out of all the billions and billions and billions of other soldiers that never will, never have, and literally, there's no retirement. There's no nothing over there. Especially if you don't do things the right way, you know? You cause problems for the thugs, gangsters, and societies. They're not retiring you. Once you're out the game, you're out the game. Whatever you left with is what you left with. Because that's about what most people don't realize about like the gangster world that I figured out from reading history and shit is a long time ago, like man decided these are the rules. And I have an army to back me up to say these are the rules. And some men said, I don't like that. So even though you got those guys, we the people, when we get together, we outnumber you. Not all of us are going to be able to get together because someone has to rule over somebody. Period. So they said, we're not listening to you because you're trying to tax me. You're making it where I can't grow. I can't really be free. I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. And that's what started criminal gangs. See, what we say are criminals back in the day are freedom fighters that said, no, I should be allowed to do and live a certain way. That's what freedom is. And then other people said, no, that's against our rules. And they said, fuck your rules. Who the fuck are you? Fuck you talking about? I understand that don't wow out, don't do certain things. Like I said, gangsters and average regular people, we all have rules and laws to coexist so things keep going. We both know we need each other. You get it? At least that's what I believe. Because of all the stories and life documentaries, not movies. No. People that existed that were great pirates. Original thuggies, marauders, and fucking like people. When you go back and you really look, when you see some of the ancient or even older 500 years ago, you ain't gotta go ancient times. You can go to whatever time you want. Just go back so far that you don't have the names of these gangs now. You know what I mean? Go back to my favorite. You want to see gangster? You want to see real gangster shit? You want to see gangster shit with rules and law? How important law is? Go look up the Yakuza, the Japanese or Chinese mafia. Go look up how far back they go. See, we think because we're in a new age, we're like, oh yeah, that's the modern day mafia or something. No, dog, the Yakuza go back so far. Like, people's countries wasn't even named the same thing. You don't even get it. And when you go look up, like, how they were getting down over there, and how far back it goes and all of that, like their rules and traditions and different things, you're like, whoa, what the fuck, bro? Like, one of the most hardcore things I've ever heard in any gang, and other gangs have traditions like this, But since this is like one of the oldest gangs in the history of mankind, we would think that some people kind of got this from them, you know? When their underbosses, the criminals or thuggies, whoever's not really, really in charge, when they would fuck up and not complete a mission or cause beef, not follow orders, something that was very disrespectful to not only the leader, but it's something that puts everyone in danger. You know what I mean? Um, you would either be destroyed and discarded like trash, or you had a chance to redeem yourself and say, please don't hurt me, and I'm sorry I was ignorant. You know what I mean? I actually did this because I'm a fucking fool, and please don't. And they would be like, all right, take this little dagger and give me your pinky. And you'd be like, what you mean? You give me your pin. I want you to chop your pinky off. You mean you're gonna do it? No, nigga, you're gonna do it. But you know what I mean? It's a difference when someone else is gonna like hold his hand down. You want to still be in? We're taking it. That's a difference. You can look away and be like, ah. When you gotta do it though, bro, that's a whole nother level, dog. That's a whole nother level. You know how many? If when you go look at old pictures and shit, you'll notice and shit. Like, dudes got 4 fingers, bro. A lot of dudes was missing their pinkies back in those days. Because niggas wasn't having that. If you made a mistake, dog, that was too detrimental, nigga, you lucky you ain't get put down. Now we look at American gangs and shit, or newer gangs in around the world. When dudes be messing up, they be just straight getting rid of dudes. Like, you know what I mean? Or they they slice you up or cut your face and da 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 da. And I'm like, that's gangster too, because you putting the fear into the person. Don't do this. But with that yakuza shit though, that's the same. You're gonna get the same result of the fear. Like, yo, I'm never doing this again. And you don't have to beat them beyond, beating them up. You may lose a good warrior, a good soldier that way. They need to learn this lesson, though. You get it? They understood that. They understood, because they were around for so long. So fear of, doing things, they don't. So I get it. When you're not that big, you gotta set these examples. But I never thought in my life, though, how other gangsters don't look at certain things like that and be like, yo, bro, we got to do a different tactic because, you know? I'm going to end it with a couple verses. One of the oldest fucking raps I ever wrote. It's called X Amount. I think I wrote my future, because this is like 10 years or more ago. It's like 17 or 20. This is when I first made GMB up, and it was called Grown Man Business. Come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me? How that shit happen again? Nigga, I'm a grown